Durga Puja, the biggest festival of Bengal, is celebrated with joy and emotion by the people of Bengal every year. We are very fortunate to have some historical Durga Pujas in our Bengal, like Shurul Sharkar Bari. It is situated at Shurul village near Bolpur, Birbhum. Today we are at Shurul Chotobari. We all know the famous Durga Puja is worshipped here every year. Now, Mr. Subhash Sarkar is with us. Sir, please tell us something about yourself.
Thank you and good evening to you. I am basically the ninth generation of Shurul Sharkar family.
Okay.
My grandfather Debendranath Sharkar was basically the fountainhead of Shurul Chotobari because he and his 6 other brothers and parts of the family from the same side broke away from the main family, which is now known as Borobari, and started the Chotobari Durga Puja for various reasons, which I don't want to get in this point. Currently we are about 12 generations also here, and Chotobari is really Choto compared to Borobari. We are about 60, 70 families at the most. And we celebrate Durga Puja with all the fervor and gusto that anybody can muster, even though we don't have the manpower and the size of Borobari. Yes. Chotobari's Durga Puja has something what you call from the heart.
Okay.
And the Durga Puja started in a small hut with a mud hut, and the Durga was nothing compared to what we see in Borobari, and all the chali and everything was made from natural material, like the Jaupata, and Ma Durga was completely dressed in sari, regular sari, no dark shades, nothing. And the jewelry was real. And one of the best things that you have in the Durga Puja, I don't know if you've seen the image later on, you'll see the crown, which is all made from various precious stones and silver. Okay. And it was given to us by the Jamidars of Kalkipur. Okay. So the Durga Puja here, we feel, is that our celebration is not only of the Durga Puja, but a family reunion occurs.
Yes, obviously.
And it's a very, very unique things. The family support and the get together and the mirth and the happiness that it brings to all of us makes the Durga Puja worthwhile. So it's not only about worshipping, it's about being with the family and catching up with everybody else.
Okay. Sir, who decorates the idol?
The idol is decorated by the family members, and there is obviously one champion who knows exactly what to do, where, and there's a whole team there. Okay. But there's about, I don't know, I haven't counted. Every year it's a new sari being put on Durga, Saraswati, and Lokhi, including Kartik and Ganesh. Everything is new, but the jewelry, which is, I don't know, hundreds of golden necklaces and all, the inventory is kept to the last T. Okay. So you don't know exactly when a necklace goes on, which is the next one that goes on. And that is the tradition that's been going on for as long as I have been participating in the puja, which is since I'm 8 years old, almost an octogenarian. I have been coming to the puja almost every year except for 5 or 6 years when I left to go abroad to study and didn't come back. But after that, came back almost every year for the Durga Puja. And I have an advantage because my wife is also from Shuru, okay, and she's from Borobari.
Okay. Which ritual do you like most?
I think like all traditional Hindu worships, pujas and everything else, it is very non-participative. Unlike in Christianity and Islam where you go and pray together, listen to a sermon, over here, The Brahman and the Pandit does everything and we just a plain observer. The part that I like are the Arutis. We have 3 Arutis, Shokale Arutis, the Sandhya Arati and the Bhog Arati, where we can participate through our, either moving the big fan around or banging on the gong, you know. It's the only part I feel interactive. And then the Pushpanjali. You know, Pushpanjali is obviously very personal. Everybody sits down and, you know, but even the Pushpanjali is very rote. It's whatever the Brahman says, you know, the Purohit, we just repeat. There is nothing else. But within that is a meditative thing that takes place. Because you're looking at Goddess Durga and you are emotionally charged at that point.
Sir, how do the next generation, I mean the children or the young generation from your family enjoy this Durga Puja, or how do they cooperate with your generation?
I think that's a very timely question, because this year we just happen to have lost about 6 of my generation people, you know. And the next generations have taken on basically the management, the organization of the Durga Puja very enthusiastically. And they have come up with processes and plans which are very commendable. And we feel that we are leaving the puja in good hands.
Okay, great.
And I'm sure they would, and they're all traditional, you know. But they do have different opinions on the procedures, how to get from here to there. But there is no problem with conducting the puja in the traditional manner. Every ritual is being followed to the T.
Okay, so they like to follow their older generation, right?
Correct. I think we do have what you call as an Orpurnama, which basically is the constitution of the Durga Puja, how it's managed. And there is no room for deviation. We have to abide by that in every, you know. I had few questions about few rituals, but the general consensus is that the ritual, you know, tradition is tradition.
Tradition is tradition, yes. Obviously, thank you, sir. Is there any difference between Boro Bari Durga Puja and Choto Bari Durga Puja? Main basic things or difference, anything?
Basically, they're the same because you came from the same basic roots. But in Choto Bari, that we do something different on Vijaya Dashami, what you call the Bolai Bandhan. And they don't have the tradition in Boro Bari. They do something completely different on Belpata. But we find it very enjoyable because you all get together, make bolai out of Aparajita vines, put it on our sleeves, tied with some strings that has been from Ma Lokhi's and Ma Durga's, being soaked in turmeric. And then we put them on and the Shanti Jal is given. And that is basically the last ritual that happens. And it's very, very enjoyable and, you know, very family oriented.
We all know at the fag end of Durga Puja, the special day comes. It is called Vijaya Dashami, the day of Pratima Niranjan. So how is the feeling to your family members and you on Vijaya Dashami especially?
Well, it's obviously very, very sad. Everything comes to an end. All celebration, you know, all the joyous moments suddenly comes to an end, abruptly almost. But within that, the celebration starts again from the same day with Kolakuli and Vijaya greetings for everybody. And then the more sad thing starts happening when all the visitors, families visiting, they gradually depart one by one on Ekadashi, Dadashi and Taradashi. Yes. But we try and have one last hurrah, which is the Bharal Bhanga Bhoj. Okay. So, you know, when the Bharal, which is the Vian, when all the food and offerings are processed and cooked. So whatever ingredients are left, you know, and we add a few, and everybody is invited in the family to have a common dinner together, Bhoj. Okay. So after that, then comes the Lokhi Puja. So it almost, you know, this is a gradual, slow, lowering Lokhi Puja. People who are here participate. But it goes on till Janmashtami again, when the starts of the Durga being built, the first saying around 15th August we have it's a new tradition. We had got all the next generation people to come, male only, to come and be together, talk about Durga Puja and go fishing in the pond here.
Okay.
And well, this is a nice outing. It's sort of that's a warm up to getting together Durga Puja till it starts again on Panchami and Chaturthi and Panchami with the rest of the stuff.
Sir, the sweets distribution is so joyful moment to everyone. I think your family members also enjoy such things.
It's basically everybody offers everybody to have some sweets, and most people now seem to have broken away from the sweets traditions to Gugni and Muri with narkol.
Okay.
So they don't have too much sugar and everything else. But it's in the all Bengali families, as you know, 50% of all sweets in India consumed in West Bengal.
Yes.
And without sweets, Bengalis, I think might lose their license of being Bengalis.
Yes, obviously.
So over here we have the sweet tradition very much, but it is really a sad thing after Durga Puja to come to Shurul. Everything sort of goes from grand celebration to almost flat, zero, dark corners of the streets and everything else. So I think that is one thing that really I come here occasionally. Sometimes I come here once or twice a year because of other reasons, but it's still very enjoyable. It's wonderful, and the family greetings. The basically the bond between the family is so great that once somebody comes for Durga Puja, family or friend, they always keep coming back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, nice to talk to you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned.